How's it going? My name's Jordan, and I'll be guiding you through this all-around, very filter synth that you can use for your tracks. I will guide you through an example of how it should sound. Actually, let me unzip my jacket so it doesn't make all that clanging noises. Anyways, so I'm going to guide you through this synth that I'm going to show you how to make. Here's an example of how it should sound. So I'll play you with a little bit more examples. It's quite unique in a sense. It can be very finely tuned to match if you're looking for a very gritty bass or something that is just entirely flat. You can move up or down on the mod wheel. Okay, so let's get started on how to make this synth. This synth is actually just complicated in the very beginning. So once you get the patch down, it's quite easy to diffuse how it works. So I'm going to create a combinator. In this combinator, I'm going to create two subtractors. So I'll just hold hold Option, so that way it creates a copy. Then after this, we're going to create an audio merger and splitter. Should be a spider. Such a cool name for an instrument or a utility. Anyways, after this, we're going to create a line 6 bass amp, an MC class equalizer, an MC class maximizer, and finally another line 6 bass amp. You can actually just do the same thing we did with the tractor, hold control, and drop it down below. Now, I'm going to flip this over and attach everything. So I'm going to take this out of devices. I'm going to take the first output and plug it into the left channel on Spider in the beginning. I'm going to take the second output and plug it into the left as well. The reason why I'm not plugging in the second subtractor below the first subtractor for the right channel is because these are two different sounds and we don't want to combine them. Well, actually we are combining them, but we're combining them in stereo field. Because the line 6 spider out blends the two mono signals into two stereo signals by splitting the channels. We'll go over this in more of an audio engineering tutorial later down the road. Anyways, we're going to take the out of the audio. You don't have to take it from the out. You can actually just plug it in and it'll work just fine. But I'm going to take it out from the... let's see if I can zoom in here real quick. Yeah. See how the lines point to this socket out, this out? It's merging all these signals to these two left and right channels. So what you can do is you can take the left and right channels and plug them in to the splitter, so that way you can split your signal again. And what this allows you is you can allow it to be plugged into many, many more things. So that's always a useful tip. Okay, so now let me just plug everything back in, take the out of the maximizer, and plug it into the bass amp, take out the bass amp, plug it into the from devices, hit tab and flip it over. Okay, now I have to take off some of my vision so I can see. Anyways, so for the first patch, we're going to turn it to a square. So turn the first waveform to a square, take it down an octave, turn up the FM amount to 64 or 63. Let's do it 65. Let's see, turn on oscillator 2, take the phase all the way down, the phase all the way up on the first one. Set it to a waveform number 9 and take it down 2 octaves. Then we're going to, let me just make sure we're in the ballpark. Okay, so that's pretty much all we need to do for our first synth. Then for our second synth, we gotta turn up the range to 12. 1, 2. We're going to turn up the phase about a little bit more than halfway, so about 34 or so. And take the FM amount and drop that down -32. For the first oscillator, we're going to turn it into a positive algorithm and switch it to waveform 10. Then for our second oscillator, turn it on. And we're going to take it to waveform 24. We're also going to take it down an octave and turn up the semitones to number 5. And then, let's see, we also turn up the decay and sustain all the way. We turn up the release a little bit more just to give it a nicer finish to it. Then let me see. After this, we take the LFO1, turn the amount to, turn the rate to about 90 and turn it to mix. Make sure the amount is almost all the way off. Okay then, so now that we have merged everything and have the patch all ready to go, what we need to do is turn on our compressor. Just leave it as is. Turn on low cut. For parameter 1, I'm going to take about a little bit more than where our kick should be. So about 100 hertz or so. Gain all the way down, Q all the way up. Take the second parameter and drop it down 1.5 hertz, kilohertz. Gain down, Q all the way up. High shelf, 3 kilohertz or as low as it go. Turn in about 2.9 and turn the Q to 0.5. Turn the release to auto. Turn on soft clip, turn the amount to 127, take off limiter, and turn the compressor on. And maybe turn up the volume a bit. And there we go. Oh, that's weird. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I'm looking at my patch right now, and I need to turn it to legato for the second patch, for the second subtractor, and turn the portamento about 36. But that still doesn't explain the very low grittiness. Oh, that's because on the first mix, on the first subtractor, we forgot to turn the mix all the way to 100. Should we do that for the second one? Nope, just leave it in the middle and turn up the FM amount on the second patch to about 67. And there we go. We have created the Soup Kitchen mix. If you want to be guided through this synth again, or need me to upload the patch, please comment in the section below, and I will catch you guys Wednesday.